Hello and welcome. Welcome to Drakenmemoria. Today is Thursday. No, Wednesdays. Sorry. It's Wednesdays, meaning that it is the live D&D campaign. If you're watching this on Friday, it's not live, but I'm still there in the background. See, I just wrote something. It's gonna become through on Friday. You can see. All right.
For a good time, call Andy with an I.
Interesting. So, either you know someone who's called Andy, or you were speaking personally, and it's actually the name of your husband. So but in that case, it means you were just talking about yourself. It's a bit selfish, but we understand. All right. So, let's get started. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want this to be there. I want this to be here. Okay. There we go. So, what happened last episode? Just in case you weren't there. The party took a moment to assess the spoils of their victory. A damaged new ship, equipment from their vanquished foes, and the pirate survivors, all of which represented a lot of work and gold. With the ship under repair, a new crew manning. Oh, there's a word missing there. I'm so sorry. Manning the ship and familiarizing themselves with the operation of that ship. And their equipment being sold in the garden, our heroes decided to settle the problem of our favorite paladin's nemesis. One last fight to settle all things. Fortunately, the outcome was not its worst possibility. I'm so sorry. I'm excessively thirsty today. And I probably already drank over 3 liters. It's like, hey, 3 liters in gallons, please.
Um,
One and a little less than a half,
Okay.
a little more than a half.
I am on my way to drinking the second gallon. And I'm still
I think
thirsty. No, I'm not diabetic. Alright, so what was I trying to say? Fortunately, the outcome was not its worst possible resolution, and our heroes gained the favor of a paladin regiment. Yeah, I think we ended on that. So, with this, and don't worry, Fisher's there. It's just his camera again. If you hadn't noticed last episode, it kept going through the spectrum of colors. Um, and today, it has no colors. So, he's going to be his image.
I don't know how he's ever going to have his own OnlyFans if he can't get his camera to work.
no.
I mean, it always depends on, are we talking about Andre's OnlyFan or Fisher's OnlyFan? Because it's an important difference.
I think the principle applies regardless, because if you don't have a working camera,
Mhm.
how are you going to please your fans?
Well, if we go with the Fisher image, AI can probably do something we're all going to be traumatized with. If it's Andre, well, yeah, no, there's really no other way except a working camera. So, well, I wish the audience would have been back by then. All right. So, you all went back to the garden, if I'm not mistaken. Judging from everything you've told me,
Everything we did.
You wanted to sell magical objects. You wanted to have more made. And after settling audience's little nemesis problem, you all went back to the garden. I think technically you only have one day, or rather one evening left. So, is there anything you absolutely want to get done before the next day, where a decent portion of the garden will be accompanying you to this little remote island in an all-out attack on the Hunter cult, hoping to overwhelm their defenses and take advantage of this little element of surprise that you might have attacking them.
Did
Oh, right. We were gonna do well. Before any of that, did we, as a party, already pay for all of the services, or do we just still have some holding debts, mostly aimed at Fisher and audience when he gets back?
I so the how much was it gonna be to get through the quest for the dust again?
That's entirely up to you. The more money you give, the quicker it's gonna get resolved, because you're asking adventurers to do it, and adventurers like spoils. So that's really up to you, just how quick you want it to be done. Let's just say that if you only promise them your best smile, it might not be done in time for the end of the campaign.
I did I don't know what the number was. And I need audience back because he was
I think he's arriving.
Sam. Dang it!
Yes.
Thank you. How much do you remember we're trying to finalize the costs of everything and what we actually started?
Yeah, do I remember the cost of what?
The quest. How much we're gonna put down for the quest to get the shard?
The entire cost was the DM said 100,000 last session.
Yeah, that's for the object itself. But if you want someone to go get the dust, you got to give them a reward, and that's entirely up to you. You're asking.
Yeah, he said another. He said it was another 100,000 for that.
That's a suggestion.
So
if you want to do less, it's a question of chance. You know, they are adventurers. If you promise them your best smile to finish a quest, you may still be waiting for it next year. But if you give them 100,000 gold, for example, it might be done in a few days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think because with the gold we got from selling stuff, divvied up.
60,000. Yep.
Yeah, I
Shit.
only have a total of 40,000 myself.
Yes. I also have. I have about 45,000.
So I don't think we can afford it.
Well, you're forgetting also that the metal we sold is another 60,000 on top of that.
And
So
yeah,
So it was 60 plus 60, which is 120. So we only needed to fund 80 to do the full 200,000.
mm-hmm. That was just for your shield.
That was just for mine, and then but then none of the others ended up costing that much because you were doing the thing which wasn't nearly as expensive because you decided to just do the wand, correct? Which then wasn't very expensive.
Yep.
Yes.
All right,
I'm
so
how much that was.
and
Well,
then
that was the thing. For you, Fisher, 100,000 was so that it would be done in 2 days.
But
Yeah.
technically, if we're finding the shard, that's could be for both of us because we don't need to find two separate shards.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 50,000 from each of us towards that.
Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, you don't have even with the selling. Oh, you don't have enough even with.
Selling the metal, I would, I guess. If we sold. Did we sell
Sold
the metal? Are we?
Yes, I was. Yes,
But
I
like
was
it-
selling the metal for 60,000 because that was for the Holy Avenger, which I found another way to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was equal to a legendary object. So he said it would be 60,000.
all right, so then between everything that we sold, plus that metal, then that should be like 120,000 right there.
Yeah, which should be 120,000 right there. So then I would only need some help to help cover for the other 80 for the shield. But if we wanted to have it within the 2 days of going on this quest.
Uh-huh.
But I'm also not really looking to spend money on that much else because the only other thing we were looking to spend money on was potentially the geode, but now we found a way to get the geode without spending the money.
The geode.
The geode to create the anti-magic thing that would help us break the wizard shield.
Oh yeah.
Or rather, make sure he doesn't reactivate it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because that's what she said. There's no guarantee that the bomb will break its barrier. But if you break the barrier and then explode the bomb, then you make sure that he is essentially powerless unless he knows how to use a sword.
Yeah, it basically lets us break the barrier once and then potentially win the fight if we then use it.
All right. Okay. So
I just need to know how much I need to put forward. So
That's
adding another 20,000 from the metal.
Yeah. I basically add 40,000 to my notes, which puts me at. I'll tell you how much I'm at after that. Putting towards.
All right, selling everything that you can possibly sell, you've got just a little over 120,000 gold. You've estimated that paying 200,000 gold in total for making the object and the rewards for getting the shard would be sufficient to have it in a day.
Yeah.
I think that if you want to be sure, you should go to 250,000, but that's entirely up to you.
I don't think we can go
We
to
can't go to
250.
I'm just saying.
Currently, audience is at 90,000 gold after selling everything, including the metal.
Okay.
Like, pretty much exactly
I
at
am at
90,000.
61.
So you have 150,000 gold between the two of you.
Between the two of us. And then I don't know how much Remy has.
So, let's see here. I have 16,000's worth in platinum. And then I have 11,000 gold diamonds, 10 500 gold diamonds, 5,300 gold diamonds. This was me turning in things into gems because wow, gold is heavy.
Yeah.
So if you can't cover the 50,000, then you have the minimum amount of money that you need to try this endeavor. If you wanna, every goal that you put beyond that, up to 250,000, will simply increase the chances of the adventurers coming back quickly.
I also don't mind. I don't need my shield for. I mean, it would be nice to have, but it's not 100% necessary. What I think we should do is we should spend the 100,000 to get the shard,
Yeah.
and then not worry about spending as much on the 2 days, and just kind of have it be done while we like travel to the island chain, for example, which it would basically lower the price a lot, and just not worry about it for this 2 day mark.
For
Yeah.
fighting the avatar.
Personally, I think the money would the extra money will be better spent on don't die potions.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that. It's like that puts us pretty much fully out on our coffers, and I think that
Yeah.
it's too much for what it's trying to do. So I think we literally just take yeah. I think we just take we spend the 100,000 for them to go find the gem while we go do this, and then we start the process, and it will be a lot less because we'll have a lot more time to do it, and we won't need to, we'll probably only just spend like 20 or 30,000 instead of like 100,000.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And I don't think Remy minds putting, I don't know, some amount towards getting the gem, so we don't have to spend the full 50,000. But
Lord.
Oh yeah, no issue. That's why I'm like, how much am I putting down? It was like my starter to this whole thing, so that
I mean, I'm fine spending. I'm spending 40 if each of you guys spend 30 towards getting the shard. I can do the higher amount by 10 if that works.
okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the shard for doing kind of the rest of our late game objects.
Yep.
Which would put me back down at 50,000.
And considering that the voyage from where you are now to the Northern Isles is 3 weeks. Of course, if you give it a full 3 weeks of work, it's going to cost a lot less than if you want to have it done in 2 days.
Also, let's assume that we find probably some more items on the island.
Yeah.
If we survive this quest, then that gives us, it's like...
Also, potions-wise, this is what Draken quoted me for some things I was thinking about.
Got you. I'm okay. I bought a bunch more superior potions. I topped up on my gems. I'm still sitting on my potion of invisibility I got a long time ago. And
Same.
yeah, that's fine.
Well, at least everything you had it verified. Because it took so long for one of you to drink that one potion that you had never identified.
Mm-hmm. So no, I think we're fine to go on the thing, and I'll just have... And Remy has my steel glass blade, so I will just use the Holy Avenger, and I just will not have a shield, and that is okay.
Speaking of that, did you say it was a +3 or is that a +2 like it is
It's a +3.
Beyond?
Okay. Yeah, it's a +3.
I just had to confirm that, so...
No enchantments. If you want to put an enchantment on it, it is enchantable. If you want to do that later, it can hold enchantments, but it is just a +3 weapon right now. Because I spent the gold to make it a +3.
I just needed that for clarification.
And audience, if you're just paying right now to get the shard, and the work on your shield doesn't start, you can still take the animated shield with you.
That is true. Which would, So I'll add that back. Let me add that back to my... Did I add that to the party inventory? Now I have to go back and look at the party. Alright, anyway, I think we're good. Party equipment. No, I did not. Okay.
And I checked, it's not on the list of things that you sold, so you just have it.
No, I wasn't going to sell it because I was going to keep it to use as part of the, to remove the enchantment.
Alright, so then it's settled. This is how you do it.
Yes.
So that it can all be done with less money, you accept sacrificing being at your best equipment possible to attack the avatar of a god.
Really, what I'm losing is 2 AC. It's not worth the... I'm losing 2 AC.
Okay.
Also, Fisher, if you want this way, you could keep the sword. I don't know if you... Wait, or you can still go down to the wand. But it's up to you. Because we're not going to be able to do it in the 2 days anyway. So if you...
Well, yeah. So I'm keeping the... Because it was going to be also very expensive for... I mean, it was going to be less expensive than combining them, but it was still going to be extremely expensive.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I do agree. We should definitely get some necrotic resistance potions. I actually agree with that. That is 65 gold. I'm going to get some of those as well. That is smart.
I also did get a potion of invulnerability, which is resistance to all damage. And then some more superior healing potions.
That's what I got.
Through a couple, and some potions of heroism.
Okay, potion of necrotic resistance. We're gonna get... Alright, cool. That's the only thing I think I really need.
All right. So, with all of your shopping done, you enjoy one last cozy evening inside of the garden. You join all of your friends as you're about to embark on this attack. Rounds of ale are being handed to everyone. You can partake in the merriment. A lot of those adventurers are quite psyched at the idea of striking such a devastating blow to the hunter cult. Some simply look focused. Some seems anxious. Not in a bad way. You quickly get the impression that some have personal history with the hunter cult. Let's give some name to those people. Demis and Lucen seem to be very psyched at attacking this this island. So you're getting the impression that they might have personal stuff against them. Paul Nest feels very contemplative toward all of this. You don't see them in the room, but you hear among the chatter that Neisa and Temptress may be joining the attack.
Makes sense. Probably the only things that Neisa hates more than me is the hunter cult.
Who else? Coven is going to be there. The cleric, the dwarven cleric. Corrivan, Amiali's half-brother. He seems rather anxious. You get the impression that he might have a little desire of vengeance for some reason. As always, Sierraf and Bertrand will be joining the group, but you get more the impression that it's out of kind of loyalty to all of you. They always seem to be there helping you. In the beginning, you felt like it might have been because of forgot his name, Jorg, because he traveled with them. After that, they made friend with Tobiashi. But ever since the monastery, it feels like that they kind of consider you friends of the family. So, for some reason, they're always there when you ask for help. So, the party goes on, probably a little bit later than it should, but all adventurers, well, not all adventurers, some are very decent when it comes to partying, but some exaggerate just a little bit. Once everything quiets down, you all go back to your room for a night of rest. Fisher, you don't know why, but something inside of you says that you should probably thoroughly rest. After all, this is the most secure place you'll ever be in, and might be the last secure moment you have in a while. Do you join your friend in sleeping for this night?
Yeah.
All right. You let yourself completely drift. You ask Terranad to not do anything stupid. Always wondering what can happen. You always have, well, not always, but a lot of time you have interesting dreams. You all fall asleep. But when you wake up, you sort of have this odd feeling that this is not exactly the morning that you wanted to wake up to. For you, Remy, it's for you that it's the most obvious that this is a not a normal dream, because it doesn't look like a montage of image. Everything is fluid. While audience and Fisher sort of act like you should in a dream, you have free action. But there are sensation missing. You know, your fingers aren't quite as sensitive as they should, telling you that this is a dream. But when you wake up for a brief moment, you all find yourself in an odd setting. You're outside. The wind is blowing very hard. You're surrounded by a desolate area. You're not sure where you are. But there is this feeling of post-apocalyptic feeling. Forgot my words. There is that feeling of post-apocalyptic surrounding. Everything is just gravel, dirt. The sky is completely covered. There's this odd red and brown color everywhere, as if you were stuck in the twilight, the last moment of light in a day. Or maybe the first. As all good dreams, you have some agency, but not all of it. From this point, what do you want to do? You realize that you're all there. Audience, Fisher, Remy.
Mm-hmm. Audience would kind of look around and be like, well, this is definitely not normal. I'm not sure if it's a god or something else that pulled us into this, but I'm sure there's a reason that we're all here.
Anyone else getting tired of this?
Definitely. But then, alright, so I'm gonna give a... I'll give a insight check, I think, of kind of maybe a general vibe of what we're supposed to be doing here, or if there's anything we're supposed to be seeing. That's a 18.
With an 18, I can tell you one thing. If either Jorg or Tobiyashi was there, you would not need to have this dream.
I actually remember what dream it is then. It's the one where the tentacles come from the sky.
Yeah, it's sort of an introduction that they had, but they never bothered talking to you about it really in detail. It feels like you're just supposed to walk. The road is clear in front of you, and it doesn't take long before you realize that the dream wants you to walk forward because you're not living every single moment. You're all looking at one another and saying, "So, what should we do?" And then it feels like time just jumps maybe 20 minutes in the future, and you're all walking.
Okay. Audience will just kind of shrug and go, I guess this is one of those dreams where it kind of leads you to where you're supposed to be.
Hopeful.
Even there's a moment in that dream where you just look in the beyond and you see a little shimmer of something. Your curiosity immediately goes there and you start wondering if you should go there or not. You take a moment, you look where you were going, you look toward this, and you remember walking, but it just feels like it was pushed inside of your head. You walked toward that little shimmering thing, and it took maybe half an hour, but when you got there, it's ruins. Twisted, jagged metal. It used to be something. Now it's not. Something happened. It's like someone forgot to water the entire world. Sometimes there's a dust devil that forms, and the first few times you're sort of anticipating that to become, I don't know, some sort of elemental creature attacking you, but it doesn't. At the end of the first day of walking, you are forced to put up the dome because you see a dust storm coming in. You don't think you walked an entire day, but you feel like you walked an entire day. You cough a lot at the end of this day. Well, audience and Remy.
Yeah.
Suck it, oxygen breeders! You remember seeing the cloud cover being broken by a large tentacle sometime. You can't help but see the massive size of it and realizing that if that thing ever tries to just strike the ground, it's the size of a village in width. It's just gonna pulverize whatever is down there. The night is cold and just as unsettling. When morning comes, it's just like the day before. As if light just doesn't change. There's just too much dust in the atmosphere. It just always feels like it's this slightly illuminated place in the world. You don't know where that is. The entire experience repeats another day. When you arrive in the middle of the third day, you're wondering where you're going with this. It's been 2 days and a half and you haven't even met a single living person. You haven't even met vegetation. You're forced to realize that if you ever are forced to call Ognak, the only thing you have is the reserve of dirt you have inside of your dimensional storage. Once that is exhausted, he's not going to be summonable again. But it's at the middle of that third day that you see something in the distance. A large shape. Something massive. It's not a creature. You want to say it's a city, but the shape doesn't match. But it's difficult to see what it is. You have a choice to go toward it or try and go around it.
I think we might as well go towards it.
I'd go toward it.
The time you take to get to it only reveals to you just how massive it is. It felt like it was big from where you are, but you walk the rest of the day completely. And it just keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger. But you never get to it. You get the feeling that this thing is larger than a city. But it looks slanted, as if it was a city on a plate that just felt like this. When the night comes, you see your first sign of life. You see smoke in the distance. Are they going to be friend or foe? Now that you don't know. But it's life.
Well, first thing we've seen in 3 days. Now.
You're even starting to wonder if life can exist for long, because you're starting to feel it, audience and Remy, more than Fisher, because he doesn't breathe. The air is thin, as if you were really high up in altitude. So, do you go toward this sign of life, or do you avoid it?
Head towards it.
But we choose life.
You move toward this campfire. And after maybe an hour of walk, you realize it's not big. It sits in the shadow of this, whatever it is, crashed. And you start noticing silhouettes. They look humanoid. They're dressed accordingly to this, protect from the howling wind, relentless howling wind, the dust storm. When you're almost there, you see them all react, quite surprised to see anyone. You're being intercepted by someone who just says, "Halt! Halt! Travelers?"
Yeah.
Be you friend
Like,
or
yeah.
foe?
Friend?
He looks towards someone else. Person says, all right, come closer. We have a little bit of food, a little bit of water.
What is this? What is this place? This world?
What do you mean, what is this world?
The question stands. What is this place? What is this world? We are not, or if we are from here, we are not from this time.
You speak strangely, but then again, a lot of things don't necessarily make sense anymore. I haven't seen anyone wearing as much equipment in decades. And there are legends of the past, of course. And he looks toward this huge structure in the background. Well, I do not know where you come from, but this island that you stand on is part of an island chain. It's called the Mistal Island Chain.
Okay. Audience kind of nods.
The island itself is called Estrin. Where do you come from?
What year is it?
Yeah. What is the? Sorry, I'll answer your question. What is the date?
Date? Years? You ask strange questions. Turns towards someone else and... Hold on, that's not the right one. That's the right one. 1478. And you are at the dawn of winter. The first week of the dawn of winter.
I am gonna need to know what time we come from because I don't have that date in my head. What time do we standardly come from?
1394.
Okay, so this is like 100 years?
More like
No.
75 years in the future.
75, yeah. 75 years in the future.
And,
Okay.
you know, 74 years and 10 months, to be more exact.
My eyes will kind of flicker to the rest of my party. I'll go, that makes sense. My guess is this is to show us what happens if we fail.
That would track.
How old are these guys that we're meeting?
Most of them look human, and you know the one that looks the oldest is maybe 53 years.
Okay.
Well,
So
in his 50s, early 50s. Several children are there, maybe 5 or 6. The bulk of the group seems to be at the end of their 20s.
to a young group. Okay. I'll say, what is the world like now? Look towards the older members. It seems that none of you were probably alive for the fall or destruction of what once was in the past, but what is the world like now?
Well, it's what you see. It's dust. It's that. And he looks up and you see all the cloud cover. And you see in the distance this huge tentacle that just breaks through the cloud for maybe 5 or 6 seconds and just reabsorbs. you have this dread feeling when you see this tentacle. The same kind of feeling that you have when you see the emblem that keeps shifting shape.
That would also track from what we know. I'll say, and yet there's still life. Certain groups survive. How are you able to survive in a world like this? From what I've seen, there's not much.
Mostly
Food,
through
water.
magic. Mostly through magic. Some gods still answer us. But we are more desperate every year. A lot of people come here. You know, there's the legend. He points toward the ruin behind. But, you know, no heroes have ever come. They say that there used to be so many heroes living there.
I'm gonna look. I guess I'll make a perception roll in the ruins to see if I recognize it. Other people should also make a perception roll.
It's like other people should also make a perception roll.
It's a 9.
And that's why.
Raimi gets a 25.
Okay.
27.
27?
From Terranet.
Okay.
20.
Well, here's the thing, Remy. Because you have absolutely no imagination, you look at this and you're convinced that you've never seen this before. Thanks to Fisher, who has imagination, he just looks at this and, you know, there's this huge tower that comes out. Oh, God. This looks familiar, but in a really bad way. Your imagination draws you to a single point. You want to say this, but also, for some reason, you don't want. Your mind just races, and it feels like if you say it, the dream will end. But it is what comes to your mind.
Oh, interesting.
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Alucard spelled backwards.
Huh.
Is Dracula.
So, what do you do with that information? It feels like if you say it, the dream ends, and you all wake up.
I mean, audience is like looking at it and goes, I don't recognize it.
I feel like if I get the feeling that the dream ends if I say it, then that was the point of the dream. So
It can be, or it can't be. It's the last 3 days. It feels like the dream wants you to go in a specific direction, and if you try to move away from it, it forces you back where you should be. But you also know that if you push a dream too far out of the road that it wants you to go, it will simply end. But it's a really important information, so
Audience
That's
would
entirely
continue.
up to you.
You can decide to say as you.
Yeah.
What is the legend of? What is the legend? I've not, as I've said, I'm not from here. I've not heard of.
Legend of the Maid of the Ruins.
Well, you said you come here to pray to look for heroes. So what is the legend that causes people to do that?
It said, the legend says that it used to be a place where a hero gathered. Mighty heroes, the likes of which bards would talk and sing for decades. It said that this is where the last battle took place, where they all died. But some say.
Do you know if? Oh no, keep going. Keep going.
Some say that this is where they'll come back. So, every year, people try and do the pilgrimage. Some even brave the ocean, or what's left of it.
Audience will kind of nod and go. You say you survived by magic. Are there any magicians?
Very few left.
Very few. I'll look
Not
around
a lot
the
of
group.
place to learn anything.
I'll look around the group. I'll say, does anyone know if in this timeline, I assume the shield around this world was broken. Does anyone know if it was repaired? Or is this world now open to the view of the universe?
The shield. You know it's not common knowledge, the shield around everything.
Oh, I know. It's a long shot. That's why I asked if there are any magicians.
The shield. I never heard of a shield. It looks toward the other people of the group. Most just... I don't know. It's... Oh, okay. It's knowledge beyond our understanding, but... maybe if you're lucky, because one of the people looking behind just got a natural 20. One person says, if you're lucky, you might find the maiden of the ruins. She knows a lot.
I'll look at Fisher and Remy and go, should we look for this possible maiden?
Fisher, it's even worse for you right now because it just keeps attacking your mind. A ruin like that kind of ruined. Is it her? Is it her? The one person living in there that your son called the sun.
Wait, what? I was thinking Theag.
Yeah, your son called her a son.
Oh, a son. Okay.
Yeah.
Not
I thought
son.
you said that my son
Not-
called son, and I was like, wait, what? What? I don't remember that. A son. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Are you ending the dream, Fisher? Or are we going into the room?
No. We should go check it out.
Okay. Audience will.
You're
head
muted, Remy.
towards the room.
Sorry, it's like your son was just having so much sex without you knowing.
Left
He
and
has
right.
so many sons.
So many children.
It's like this is you stop looking at him for 3 days and look what kind of trouble he got himself into.
His children are as countless as the stars he sees, and then we find out he's actually out of time, but he was actually the father of the entire Eldritch race that came in on the invasion.
Yeah.
Damn.
My God.
You know, you're both proud and angry. You just wanted to go back to your father.
Just another time paradox.
All right, we'll head towards the ruin.
Yeah.
All right. The people living there, they kind of tell you that it's dangerous to go near the ruins at night, because that's where you're about to go at night. So he gives you the advice to not go there during the night and stay with them during the night. They can keep you kind of safe, but they're not gonna force you to stay if you absolutely want to go.
Audience will shake his head and say, "The dangers here are not the same ones we face from our time, and our time here is limited. We do not have time to wait, but I appreciate your offer."
Very well. Farewell. And if you
Farewell.
if you find a maiden, tell her of us.
I shall. Farewell, travelers. I hope your future never comes to exist. And then audience will make away. As he walks away, he'll turn to Fisher and he says,
Right.
Did I sound dramatic enough? Did I sound cool?
Yeah.
Alright, good, that's what I was going for.
He'll be thinking about that for the rest of his, I don't know, however day and a half, much longer we spend in this dream.
You walk closer and closer to the ruins, and it feels more and more like you're walking into a cemetery. There are some large debris that starts appearing after maybe 2 or 3 hours of walk. And the night is pitch black. There's no light anywhere, no stars, no moons. It's just clouds everywhere. So you're forced to use whatever light you have. And fortunately, Remy and Fisher still have means of creating light.
Technically, the Holy Avenger can create light as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Look, we have so many different ways of creating artificial light.
So, audience
just cast daylight over it. No, I don't actually.
You walk for the entire night, and it is when the day starts appearing, or what passes as a day where you are, that you notice footprints on the sand. The way that it walks, though, Remy, you'd probably be the one noticing this. The way that those footprints walk, it's a light feet, but it's injured, as if walking with a severe limp.
Audience will roll a dirty 20 survival check to track the footprints.
Yeah, that will be enough. The person is not trying to hide. You track it, and you notice that it seems to be following a pattern, as if walking to patrol. You're sure that eventually, if you keep following it, you'll find it, but you don't know how wide it is, and the structure feels as large as a city. Shape is odd. The closer you get, the more you can actually see the shape. There's a circular shape going around it. There are some protrusion coming out, but only one is very, very tall. But the amount of debris that there are, whatever struck it extremely hard. Enough to shatter portions of it. When you look at it, it feels like there should be something in the middle, but there's nothing. Then after a few hours, in the distance, probably Remy being the one who sees it first, you see the silhouette of someone walking. Thin, tall, walks with a severe limp. Make a perception roll, Remy.
$29.
29. When you look at this person walking, this comes to your attention as you're watching this person walk with a limp.
Okay, so they either became cool or chose to be cool.
It's, if you start running after it, it's just a few minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes away. If you try and follow it at the same pace it's going, just slightly faster, you can probably catch up to the silhouette in maybe half an hour or something like this.
So, do we pursue?
Yep.
At what speed?
Quick mark.
We will Naruto run.
No.
Cue the music. Da-na-na. Okay. You start walking faster to catch up to the silhouette. Maybe when you're, I don't know, 150 feet away from it, it stops, and you notice that it just has a slight movement of the head, indicating that it's peeking back, see who's behind. And it's completely stopped moving. It turns around. With the hood down, you don't recognize anyone. But as you keep getting closer and closer, 120 feet, 100 feet, 80 feet, when you reach 60 feet, pulls the hood down, and you recognize Thayag.
Nice.
Figured it might be you.
It only pulled the hood down with one hand. And she looks at you for a brief moment and says, "Audience?"
Yes, but not from I think this this timeline.
I guess not. I saw you die. I saw all of you die.
What happened? So that we
That's
may
great.
prevent. What happened so that we might prevent it? It's not still too late for us. We are. Whatever event has caused this has not yet come to pass.
You're out of context. Oh, there may still be hope. And you all wake up.
Damn it! I need the answers! What did we miss? Back!
You all wake up in your room. So that moment of fuck you! Who's ever giving me those dreams?
Audience goes, well, that was bullshit.
I should have told you to cool it with the specifics.
Oh, did you notice something I didn't?
Well, I pieced together that the ruins could have been what the garden would look like from the outside. But I got the sense that voicing that would end the dream. And so I think talk. I mean, it might not have mattered because she knew that we died, but trying to get too specific with it might have broken the dream.
I see. Well, at least we know something potentially happens at the garden. Although we don't know for sure. But I always assumed that even if something goes wrong with this world, we fail in our quest, the garden would just leave and go to another. But it seems like whatever happened, they weren't able to leave, or they were stopped from leaving.
Yeah. Well, I think if what looked like came to pass comes to pass, I don't think they'll be able to run.
No. I mean, we know about the god on the outside banging on the wall. It's just, I guess if the wall falls, there won't even be an escape for them.
That's what I was. Yeah. They probably won't be able to make it past it.
So, you're all back in the morning with this really bad premonition of what might be. But there's only 2 questions left. Is there a significance to having this dream now? And why did you have it? And after that, there is the idea of going after the avatar of a god.
I mean, I don't know why we were given it, except maybe to see what could come to pass, but since we got no information from it, there's not a lot we can change, besides maybe knowing that something happens at the garden, perhaps, that we don't expect. That's the only possible information that we were given.
With what we're currently about to do, we are about to empty the garden of a significant amount of.
But they were never the ones who protected, really, the garden. I mean, there was
No, but
every one of why am I forgetting their name?
the constructs.
Every one of the constructs is at least as strong as us. Not alone, so that's actually it's a very small force of the garden that we're actually emptying. I doubt it would be that would be what would cause the garden to fall. There would be no force on this world that could, I think, defeat the garden easily. Without the help of, or full power of a god, which is what we're trying to prevent.
Well, at least here's the element that you don't know about the garden. They are trying to remain stealthy. So, and they mentioned this before. They want their magical footprint to remain small, so they don't power their armament. They have minimal outside protection, and they can't teleport you from wherever you want in the world. If they fully power, then according to everything you've heard, including from your friend who is stuck in the stagnant shard, this fortress is more than a match for the entirety of your world. But if they don't power up, even I know that let's just call it a play in your world. Even the Enterprise is vulnerable to meteorite without navigational shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you've seen enough that you could try and make an investigation roll. You've all had one specific dream, so you could possibly start piecing the puzzle together.
That's a 25 for me.
Okay. There's a dream. Yeah, you can roll 2.
Oh, I didn't know if we were... Anyway, go with the 25. Don't worry about what I rolled.
All right. Well, Fisher, you've had another dream that you've all shared that felt very similar. It was the dream where you saw someone kneeling on the ground, and you felt like it was the same impression as when you see the shapeless emblem, the unshaped emblem. It kind of feels like it was the same, as if maybe you're receiving information in fragments.
He was on that couch and then he was in the movie room the other day.
You always get one of those when you're about to do something very important for the quest, for the world.
What are you doing? Yeah, because I want to know this.
So the first piece of the puzzle was the arrival. The second is years after. Decades after. Maybe there's going to be more. But that's your mind giving you this information. It's more of an intuition, so... Sorry, it's difficult not talking over you when all I have is a static image.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm trying to remember what dream of mine that was.
Um. You all had it, and it came to you. Yeah. Okay. It came to you after or during the whole village that got destroyed by all of the needles because they were all greedy and they destroyed a grove and there was a test with all the needles. When you succeeded there, that was the moment when you got that first dream.
Something slowly giving us more and more of the puzzle. I think similar to our dreams in the past. We're getting some in the future too.
A gnome comes to your group. As a gnome from the garden says, "Right, someone asked me to come and wake you up. Apparently, there are a few adventurers who are quite eager to get going. But apparently, you're all up, so. Message delivered. Good luck."
Alright. I'm ready to go. I say we'll figure out the dream later. Right now we got an avatar to
A very in character of you, audience. Let's go.
Fisher, from inside your mind, when audience says this, you hear Terranad say, famous last word. All right. So, you gather up for this quest?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, now you got a little bit more of an impression of what happens if you fail. So, try not to fail. Meeting up with the adventurers is not that hard. Some of them were waiting for you in the tavern. Taking one last really hearty meal. And of course, at the center of a hearty meal, you always find those who have the best stomach. Come on, open up. Why won't you open up? All right, good. You will find among the last people to leave this place to go and help you, Kazin and Kudown, and of course, where is he? Coven. Sharing this last bit of hearty meal, a huge piece of meat on their plate. Almost in character, hearing Kazan talking about putting down a bet. He's betting that he finds him and Cooldown finds the avatar before your group. And he says this just as you're entering the tavern, just with a ha! Speaking of the devil, we were just saying that you're just too slow to be of any use. We'll find the avatar before you. We'll settle the problem.
How much are you betting?
He looks at you for a brief moment. Oh, I've heard you've come across quite an interesting sum. He looks at his cousin, Kudown. What do you say? Kudown looks at him and says, "Don't involve me in this." Chicken. Let's go with 15,000 gold.
Audience checks the dice of fate. Yeah, I'll take that.
And you hear Coven say, "And if I find it, I get bragging rights." And he looks at you, audience, to Amiali, saying that nice little audience just couldn't cut it.
Well, now that does require. Well, now that requires, after you find it, actually being able to deal with it. Now, doesn't it? Don't worry though. When I find your body and then deal with it afterwards, I'll put the 15,000 on your corpse. It'll be a lovely funeral.
Well, at least you'll find my straight up. It doubles as an obscene gesture and a fuck you.
Classic Dragonborn banter going on.
And a dwarf used to bantering with Dragonborns.
Yeah.
All right. Now, fellows, let's just make sure that Demis and Lucen aren't the one who find it. Ugh. The dwarf turns around, takes one last... I was going to say sip, but for a dwarf, it's emptying the pint when it was almost full. And goes off. Kazan looks at you, audience, then looks at Fisher. I thought you were more of a gambler. Only heard audience here. Oh,
Fisher,
well.
perks up as if he has been not paying attention to anything happening and trying to think of stuff about the dreams and connecting them. And goes, "Oh, we betting? Yeah. What?"
Whoever finds the hunter god first, the other gives them 15,000.
How are we defining fines?
I assume finds the avatar and starts combating it first.
So that's
Kazan
kind of
looks
thing-
at you when you say this, and he
Oh.
says, "That's a good definition. Whomever draws first blood and survives."
That I will take.
First blood. Fuck.
What if it then audience pauses first? What if it doesn't bleed though? First
That
shadow.
I was, I was about to.
First spit of shadow.
Well,
Metaphor.
The last one we fought was a giant wolf breathed in shadow. That's why I say that.
There's always a way to figure things out. If you really want to be picky with this, bring back whatever it has for a heart. I'm sure there's a way to carve that out.
We'll find something to show that we beat it.
All right. Now, show me that little ship of yours that you found.
Absolutely.
You leave the garden. Sorry, found yourself. Where do you want to find yourself? Where did you say you were going to find yourself? Next to Otanel, with a huge ship the size of a city landing right next to it, or do you want to?
No, we were all going to go meet on the island. That's where we were launching from.
From which
the island we took over. That's why that's where Zal was watched. That's where the ship was being repaired.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
What?
How's everybody else gonna get there?
Well, that's where the ship is.
Yeah, well, the ship can move a lot easier than a lot of people can. So I say the
That
ship
is true. That is true.
leaves and
We gotta call Zal then and say that get her to bring the ship over and meet somewhere. Just near one of the portals. It can be.
which portal?
Which
is...
portal's gonna not cause a panic of that city?
Yeah.
Which
Which
portal's
portal
not
has
near a
the
major
most
city when a
open
siege breaker
point?
just shows up outside of it?
Oh, that would kind of. Oops. Yeah, I forgot that if I
maybe-
do this, the camera goes off.
We should be able to get everybody on like 2 of the smaller ships.
That is true. They could also send 2 Zal. We could just tell Zal to come pick us up.
We don't
somewhere.
want to.
Yeah, because the 500 paladins were already going to the island on their. So.
All right, so smaller airship comes in and pick you up, probably out in Elden. There's a sky harbor there, so it's what would bring the least attention. They're used to seeing ship arriving.
That works. We can all leave from there.
You can probably even meet her in the skyport. Even less conspicuous.
Yep. We'll just take whatever adventurers are coming. We'll go meet at the skyport.
A bunch of adventurers just entering the city, all looking like they can take on armies. Start walking toward the skyport and climbing the tower.
It's weird. Audience has a boot box with some epic music playing as we walk through some battle ready. The
rock
slow.
game.
For some reason, we're all walking in slow motion.
In slow motion. Guys, it's super cool, but we do need to get there.
Can you walk faster than 5 feet per round?
Hush, we're aura farming.
It's important.
Yeah, of course. You get through there, city, the guards, going up the tower. This group of people, not so organized, but you know, some of them already there when you arrive. Then you sort of realize that, oh yeah, you gave the same instruction to everyone. There are the people of the garden there, and there are 500 paladins waiting on the skyport. You sort of at that moment.
Yeah, maybe not
We
super
might need another
unconspicuous. Yeah, we're gonna need a third ship. We're gonna call Zal up for a third ship.
It takes a little bit of time. The ship arrives. You're greeted by Zal. You just go, oh yes, of course. You can't be promoted to anything else than Noble number 3 because you keep forgetting to tell me things.
We are used to working in very small groups. We don't do logistics. That's not
Listen, I
That's all
told the 500 paladins to make their own way to your island, but someone, I'll say under my breath, not wanting her to notice, pointing at my rival, isn't smart enough to follow instructions. So she showed up here. So blame her if you blame anyone.
Yes, of course, of course. Well, now I still gotta get you all to your ship. And I only have 2 ships to ferry you all, so it's gonna take a few tries. Come on, get inside. And she literally has to come back 5 other times. Well, 3 because there are 2 ships. To load everyone on board. You draw so much attention. There are so many people watching this happening in Otanel. When the time comes for you all to leave, unless you want to leave first.
Audience wants to leave first because he doesn't want his church to recognize that he's just standing at the docks with like 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so any one of you waiting behind for the last person to board, or they all leaving with audience on the very first flight?
I was just like, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's go. We'll take the first one.
Okay. So, in just maybe 5 or 6 minutes, the ship goes straight up and above the cloud cover, and the siege breaker is waiting for you there. It docks, and people start moving inside. You're greeted by your new crew. One of them is arriving, tall guy. Is so. I heard you're the new captain of this thing.
Who's he say that to?
Well, to whomever was the first of you to disembark.
Dang, that was probably audience.
Might not have been. Audience might have been standing at the prow, trying to look epic again. You could have disembarked first.
I'll
All
take
right,
it.
well then it's you.
Yes,
who...
that's me.
All right. Well, I'm your navigator, making sure that everyone goes where they're supposed to go. Your first mate is still settling things below.
How's morale?
Well, morale of the people on board the ship is good, especially since they're going to be staying far away from whatever they're summoning over there. A lot of people are just really happy that they're just going to bombard everything from above and let you take all the risk.
That's fair.
Good.
Audience says as he shows up.
Hey, we got someone in chat. Hello. No, it's not a rerun. Wednesday is the live broadcast. But if you're watching this Friday, then, just preparing, then, yeah, you are watching the rebroadcast. Can be confusing. You're all called the Time Knights. It's okay. It's supposed to be confusing talking about time. Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw you. All right, back to the quest. So, okay.
So how far is it? How long are we expecting this to?
Well, it really depends on how well they are prepared for this. I'm sure that if they are living on an island, they have a few ships protecting their perimeters. With the exception of the main artillery, the ship is in good shape. We'll be able to just bombard them from far enough so that it's really quite difficult for them to compete. And, the smaller ships can all ferry people on the islands. And if you want, you can just jump off the main deck. We have a few featherfall orbs for you.
Perfect. How long has it been since we all started kind of pouring it into Otno?
Just you, or when everyone is up there?
When everyone's up there.
I'd say it's probably 2 or 3 hours. Getting everyone loaded. Getting everyone loaded. Making sure that everything is done orderly. It takes a little bit of time. And you don't want to lose 5 or 6 paladin because everyone's pushing and they just fall off the railing. So yeah, it takes a few hours, but everyone's there and everyone's ready to go. You can easily organize everything so that you can attack in different directions. You got a total of 4 ship acting as escort for this ship. So if you want, you can land in 4 different locations, and for everyone else, just jump off where you want. Of course, the siege breaker, it's probably better if it doesn't land, and it stays at a good distance, so not to draw too much attention.
What Navigator, is this crew from the small amount of volunteers we got from the pirates, or is this from...
No, you all told them to that they could leave unarmed, and they decided to do so. He leans over and says, "Your friend didn't look like he actually wanted to have them on board." He points toward audience.
Yep. Fair enough.
Oh, I'm Carned, by the way. Everyone just called me Ned, but I hate it when they do that, so if you want a good relationship with your navigator, just don't call me Ned.
All right, Car. What do we know where we're going?
Small island, large contingent of people. They're training a lot of people. They're hunting them. So they have pretty good trackers, pretty good hunters, I would assume.
Mhm.
Somewhere in there, there's a huge temple where they're making their ceremony, probably. Question is finding it. Initial intelligence says that there are several complex, so it's going to be one of them. You just have to figure the nice one.
I say we come in with the siege breaker first, or not come in, but have the siege breaker open up from a distance and kind of test the defenses and take out what it can, and then we land a couple different parties, land some people at each compound that we think are the best options for where the temple might be, and then go from there.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. The only thing that I need to that would be left to figure out is who's gonna go where. You know more about the people that you brought. I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to separate things accordingly. You know who makes the best leaders and all.
Yeah.
And anyway, nothing's gonna be lost, even if you try to, even if you send someone to the wrong complex, it's still gonna be useful. The others aren't gonna be bothered by reinforcement for this, and you have quite a good contingent of people coming inside. Oh, they're already inside. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be easy. Well, unless you make a
Perfect.
really important tactical error, but shouldn't be much of a problem. Arriving, dropping the contingent of Paladin in the middle of the island, that's probably going to draw their main force there. So they're going to be engaged. Good war. Good way to die. Isn't that what old Paladin wants? And he gives you a bump on the on shoulder, audience. Die for the cause. I think audience is distracted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only important. They got a lot of stuff about oaths. I think that's the only important part. Um,
Right, well, So I'm going to let you decide who's going to go on which ship. Like I said, if you put the leader on each of the ship, they can all go in different direction. And the main contingent, just dropping it there, it's going to draw a lot of attention. So all of the people hidden everywhere in the forest. That way you won't have to chase after them. They're just going to come on their own. Paladins are loud, so.
yeah. Do we have a ship that'll hold all the paladins?
Hmm.
We're gonna have to split them into two ships.
Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Unless you all want them to be inside of the siege breaker. We're going to have to give it a name.
Breaker. I think it'll be best if it just stays up and
Oh
blows
yeah,
shit
no,
up.
we can definitely stay up. I just mean we can, you know, airdrop them all.
With that many featherfall orbs.
Hey, there's enough for the entire ship in case it sinks. This ship can hold nearly 2,000 people.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think you're underestimated the size of the ship.
I
Maybe
haven't
you should go on a tour.
I haven't been on it yet. So I think I keep seeing it from a distance, and so you don't really get the sense of scale until you actually
Yeah, All right. Well,
Figure
I
it's one
gotta
of those
go.
things. So
I gotta
big,
go
I
back
just
to my map.
farther away.
Oh, sorry,
Alright.
Cap. Sorry,
Don't
Captain.
get
I
it.
didn't mean to interrupt you. I gotta go back
All
to
good.
my map. First mate is gonna be there in a few moments. Big dude, scaly hide, just like your friend, and he points toward audience. His name is Bill Tech.
Thanks.
He's going to be able to tell you everything you need to know about the ship, and he can take you on a grand tour with all of your friends. So, Captain, and he gives a slight bow.
Yeah. Go do your thing.
All right. All right. Sorry, I wanted to interrupt because we're supposed to go on the break at 15 minutes ago. All right. And we're going to have a little bit of time to figure out on which ship, who goes on which ship. All right. So, we're going to go on a break. And don't worry, Mistress Roosevelta. I have not forgotten you. I will answer through the chat all of your questions. Very nice person. She keeps coming during the map making stream.
Mm.
Okay. Well, it seems tradition. So let's go with the marsh sound and we go to the break. See you back in 15 minutes. Bye. Hello and welcome back. Ah, Fisher, you there? Good.
Yes, I am.
The only one we need to have is audience. He turned off his camera and his microphone. Right. Well, hopefully he will be back very soon. Send him a text message. We need you. And I can try and get his attention here. We need audience. Alright. Don't need the marsh atmosphere. Okay. So, for probably the next hour and a half, because that the ship doesn't move extremely fast, and it's still being repaired as you're moving through the ship, and your first mate introduces you to different section of the ships. You do notice that your ship is actually quite big. Normal ship is 3 deck. That's large, huge, gargantuan. So your ship is 6 decks tall. I'd say a good 300 to 400 feet long. Probably nearly 200 feet wide, something like 150, 175 feet wide. There's an entire deck that's just for the cruise, so that's where a lot of people go. Actually, there are 2 decks, but the second one is sort of divided into. You've got a good hold, a lot of room to store a lot of things. The upper deck has several section, including an infirmary, quite a good large one. So you have the ability to take care of wounded. There's a pretty large galley, so probably very interesting parties after victories in there. Your cabin is 5 times the size of your quarters in the garden. You've got everything that a living person needs. You've got a place to sleep. You've got a place to put clothes. You've got a place to uh, bathe. Magic is involved if you want to cook food so that it's safe. But you definitely have a station to prepare food in your quarters. Although, judging from the way that everything is placed, although your first mate did not mention it, you're guessing that there's supposed to be someone who comes in, prepares the food, and delivers it to you. A siege breaker is quite a large ship, so usually someone who has that is either in a military organization, a very highly ranked officer, and if you have enough money outside of nobles sponsoring you, that you're a merchant or something like this, then you're extremely wealthy. So having a personal cook is rather normal. You've got guns everywhere on most decks, several sets. They look powerful. You've got 2 engines. You have 4. Hold on. I have it written down. Ship component is the last one. Up to 10 barrier generator, meaning that you have a lot of sections. It's quite hard getting through the barriers of a siege breaker.
Damn.
The drawback is that it's not a fast ship. Sturdy, but not fast.
Understandable. I will. Is it up and running again? Fully?
The ship can move. The ship has its main engine was not severely damaged. The only thing that's not operational right now is the main artillery. So the siege breaker cannon or ballista. That one is still being repaired, but you have conventional weapons. So the ballistas everywhere.
All right. Is that in the something that could be fixed soonish, or is that something that would take days?
Days, probably even over a week.
Okay. Not something we could really wait for. All right.
Yeah, did you really think I was gonna let you have a siege breaker ballista to go to do this?
What? All right. moving. Or I guess we got to split everybody up. Who
Yeah.
goes where?
So, audience. All right.
I would say I mean, paladins stick with audience. What's her name? Audience's rival's name.
Oh, hold on. That I do have. All right. Hey, good night, Rosalta. Audiences things. Oh, here
I don't know how you feel about being in the list of audience's things.
Well, I didn't know how to call the NPCs relating to audience. You know, I have the category, the shopkeepers, the NPCs of the world, dragons of the shattered continent. I've got the major guild, Tobiashi's family, Fisher's family, notable people in the Misty Isles, and there was audience. So I just named the section audiences things.
Fair enough.
So her name is Kialkani. Kiahlkanie. Oh no, sorry. That's that's audience's friend. Hold on. You want the name of Nemesis?
She have a name?
Yes, she does have a name. I just need to find her. Audiences pass mount. Audience direct rival when going up. Major guild. I know I have her name. I used it before. If audience was there, he would be able to tell me. Where is he?
I texted him. I haven't gotten anything back.
Dragon
Maybe he's
guy.
pulling a B. Even better.
Well, it does say that his computer is has fallen idle. Alright, well, I can't find it right now. I know I have it. I've seen it before.
Nice. Her. Probably stay in charge of her paladins and go with them. Sounds like we can drop them from the siege breaker. And then let's see, we got basically most of the garden, right? So I'm assuming Kazan and Kudown will take a contingent. We'll let them pick who they want. And then Temptress and what's her name that hates audience should take a contingent.
Nisa. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
That's so annoying. I know I have it. But now I
Were we able to get, or was anybody able to find any like specific plans of the island from all the pirate stuff?
Well, technically, you've already talked to Tobiashi about this, so because he's not there, I can't assume what he gave you, but I will assume that he has given you a relatively detailed map.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have an idea of what the island is. They did do a little bit of reconnaissance,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why they say that they saw several complex silver structures built on the island. Tobiashi will have been able to confirm that there are several places. Most of them are sort of like mini bases. One has a lot of people like him who are just sent out to be hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Those have mostly a lot of people like him who knows that if they hunt well enough, they'll be able to be recruited in. And some know that they're just there to be hunted, like Tobiashi was. But usually, someone like Tobiashi, it's because they hate your gut pretty well. The others, there's one settlement, let's call it a settlement, one structure that is for those who are going to hunt. One of the structure is for those who have passed. So the bulk of their forces. One of them is sort of for the officers. That's one that Tobiashi did not get to see a whole lot of because he was mostly just taken there when he was near death, and he was either reinvigorized and thrown back into the hunting process or tortured for information at one point. So that leaves only the last one. You can guess it's probably a temple. Because Tobiashi didn't talk about temples on the others. But quite honestly, while the one that Tobiashi never saw makes the most sense for it to be a temple, it's not a guarantee. So it could be either of the last three, where the officers or the higher ups are. The one that Tobiashi never saw, and the one where those who succeed are entered into the cult. It can also make sense that it could be there. The ceremony takes place. So, yeah.
All right. The where they're entered into the cult, that's a separate place from the main barracks area?
Like I said, one is for those who are hunted and those who hunt. The other one is for those who are there to be initiated. The third one is sort of a barrack for those who have already been initiated. Then there's the one with the officers, and the fifth one that Tobiashi knows nothing about. So the one that could possibly be it is the one where there are the sort of those who wants to be initiated in, so they need to go outside and they need to hunt. It's sort of a brutal process because even them,
It sounds like the recruitment strategy is the Hunger Games.
kind of, but Hunger Games where there's also a group of people who are just there to be hunted,
Uh-huh.
which was Tobiashi. Kind of a Hunger Game, but you'd get bonus points if you kill a few of those pesky runners.
All right.
It's much closer to a dangerous game. Or sorry, excuse me, the most dangerous game, if you're familiar with that story.
Oh, either audience. Oh, okay. I was afraid that it was audience's computer that just went offline. Audience, you're muted. All right. So
We are discussing who
attacks what?
who goes where.
So on the island, the island is a heavily forested area. There are 5 structures. One of them, because of the information that Tobiashi once gave you, you know that this is where he was held. So it's basically those who were just meant to be the runners. You go out, you get hunted. Second complex is where those who hunt are also those who are to become the next initiate. They have sort of a dual. They hunt those who needs to be hunted, but they can also hunt themselves. So double jeopardy for them. The third one is where the those who have succeeded are. So the initiate, the new ones. Then the fourth one is where the officers, those who are higher ups, are. Tobiashi only saw brief portions of that one, you know, when he was being brought back to life or tortured. And the fifth one, Tobiashi knows nothing about it. So the temple where they want to do this could be either one of those 5 temple, but it's less likely that the temple will be where those who are just meant to be hunted are.
I mean, I think we can honestly mostly ignore the ones where they're most because we can kind of free them later. That's, you know, I mean, we can spend a small group to free them, but I don't think there's going to be a ton of protecting. The next level up is again not going to be much resistance. I don't think we really reach resistance till we get to the people who actually are initiates or graduated.
Well, by sending the entire contingent of paladin in the middle of the island, it's gonna draw out all those who want to prove themselves, and probably a good portion of those who already are initiate, because they want to show that they're better than the others. So you would empty a large portion of their forces by throwing the paladin at the center and say, hold the line, we'll be back if we survive.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was guessing, is we should make the majority of our force the paladins, with the airships kind of supporting them.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just let the adventurers do their thing, because hey, these are all high-level adventurers, and we kind of trust that they, are going to be able to handle themselves in whatever party dynamics they have wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of assume they're going to go to their specialized, wherever they feel most comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I figured we'd have Kazin and Kudown take a ship and
Mhm.
however many adventures, and then Temptress and Nasa take another ship and however many
Yeah.
adventures.
That seems like a good thing. And then we go either straight for the fifth temple or the officer temple, where we assume the rite's taking place.
I feel like better shot at the mystery one than the officers.
I feel like Naisa, either Kudan or Kazin, but definitely Naista and Temptress would be able to handle the officer complex with whatever adventures they brought.
Yeah.
And because Tobiashi's not there, we don't need to close out his story with that. So.
No. And then
Nasa's a bard, right?
Nace is the bard.
Yeah.
The high level.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe if we send them to the not yet initiated, but looking to, I feel like they could probably
Potentially sway or charm all
Yeah.
those people into switching
Yeah.
sides. Yeah, Temptress and
We-
Naisa, the like double 30 charisma. Yeah,
exactly.
probably.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if we
Yeah,
want
probably.
an extra batch of foot soldiers,
Those
send
two
them as the
potentially
inexperienced ones.
yeah, those two definitely just walk through the door and are like, follow me, and they're like, okay.
And then I was thinking, send Kazin and Kudown to the officers.
That works. I think they
Yeah.
could handle themselves as long as we send a few adventures with them.
Yeah.
I also think we should potentially put like 400 paladins in the middle and then take like 25 paladins and stick them with each group just so they have some kind of strong supporting infantry with each group
Yeah.
of adventurers. Including us even. I honestly think we should take 20 paladins with us just to kind of like help hold the doors or hold off the whatever minions might be in the fifth temple while we try and deal with the boss, so we're not trying to deal with both things.
Have some people to watch their back for.
Yeah, have some people to watch our backs while we try and deal with the avatar.
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right. So that leaves the temple of the newly initiated, and the temple of those who are just meant to be hunted.
Yeah.
And hunted and hunted and brought back to life and hunted. So
I don't think we initially drop people there. I think what we do is after the officer and the whatever, especially whatever Naisa and they do to get those infantry, they could have them kind of go down afterwards and take the other two or free the other temple.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we need to drop everyone at those temples initially. I think they can just have them sweep down and take it after they do the more priority temples.
all right.
See who else we got.
Unless we
Well,
literally just want to send like Bertrand and Sierra, who could probably do it, just the two of them, and like free all the hunted people, because they probably could just do that, just the two of them. But
I mean, we've got like 500 paladins, and then you said like 300 adventures from the garden.
no, the garden has 50 adventurers
Okay,
yeah,
total.
no.
where did I
Well,
get that number?
I don't know.
Because I was like, that sounded like a lot.
I know there were 50 paladins.
Oh, I know what I can do. Whoever's going, Temptress and Asa, we could give them We could give them our inventory we've been stashing of all the random weapons to arm the arm the
Yeah.
people.
There we go.
I mean, there's no reason to hold on to
I mean-
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the exact reason we were holding on to them.
Yeah, we should
In
just
case
give
we
them
ever
our.
needed
We
to
should give them
arm
the
the
armory that we've been carrying around.
Everyone just loves being handed a weapon by a sexy woman.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Take this.
And the contrast is going to be extremely jarring for the people. On one side, you have Neisa, an elven bard, the poster child of elves, tall, blonde, blue eyes. And on the other side, you have Temptress, a tiefling with dragon blood in her vein, meaning that she can conjure wings. So she looks like a devil. So you have an angel and a devil coming to you saying, "Hey, you want to fight for us?"
The script writes itself.
Okay. Who else you have? Well, you have Coven. He's part of the bet, so it's probably a good idea you don't send him to the same place as Kazan and Kudown.
No, I'd send Coven. Actually, Coven can go where he wants. He might not go where we tell him because he's gonna be like, "Well, you're trying to stack the bet."
Yeah.
All right.
He can go where he wants.
All right. You have Demis and Lucen, the antisocial
Rogue Ranger.
Rogues.
rogue ranger. One rogue, one ranger. Brothers and sisters. You haven't
Yeah,
spent
I mean,
a whole
you
lot of time with them, but
You could give them 25 paladins, and I'm sure they could go free all the hunt people.
Here, take 20 paladins and go help the people who have been hunted. all right. So Berthren and Siaraf, you wanted them to assist Temptress and
Yeah, they can assist Temptress.
okay. So we got Kudown, Temptress.
Or actually, no, Kudown and Kazadin were the ones going to the officer. No, I'd actually send Bertrand and I'd send Bertrand and Sierra with them.
Okay.
They could use the extra support.
Yeah.
You have Paulness. He looks like a ranger. He's pretty good at hiding.
Paulness can go with Temptress then. Paulness can go with that group.
All right. Then who else? Yeah, I think. Corivant, the half orc, half brother of Amiali, ranger also.
He can go deal with the officers. He seemed like he wanted for something.
Yeah.
Shove everyone into the officers.
No, like 4 or 5. I mean, they are probably the other hardest place besides. It makes sense we put more resources towards,
Yeah.
All right.
especially if we're not spending Temptress and.
So we have the groups now. Who's going to follow exactly what you said? Because, like you said, there are some bets standing. So maybe not everyone's going to be willing to follow your
Here.
command.
Do we also have a personal orb channel that we can all use so we can communicate with each other so forces can be reallotted if need be?
Oh,
Audience would ask.
that was pretty easily asked of the garden as you were leaving. So yeah, I can give it to you easily.
Okay, just so the groups can communicate with each other so we can,
Yeah.
All right. Kudown and Kazan seems to be very compliant. They're gonna go where you want them to go.
Yeah, they got to go deal with the officers. It's a great job for them. They have no reason to complain.
Temptress and Nasa have a very strong chance of following what you said. Not a guarantee, but a very strong chance.
It depends who told them. I'm gonna say it was not audience. It was not audience who told them where to go. We had Fisher or Remy do it.
All right.
That should lower the DC by about 10 points, maybe more.
Well, if we take the two rolls that I just made as their re-roll, because it's not audience giving the words, yeah, it went from a slightly resistant 10 to a natural 1, so it helps. So all right, so those are those groups. Then we have...
I like to imagine audience was telling them where to go, and Fisher just comes over and is like, no, and then tells them the exact same things. They're like, oh yeah, no, now we'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
We were only gonna maybe disobey because it was...
No, audience is a dumb, terrible idea. What we're actually gonna do is this thing. That may sound exactly the same, but
it's different, trust me.
I mean, you could have always played the game of just saying the opposite of what you wanted.
Yeah. Audience would hand them, though. He would give them the armory, so they could arm the.
Okay.
Arm the
so
people.
They go, no problem. Bertrand and Siaraf are a bit reluctant because they feel like they've been crammed into a group. No, you're sending them to free the others. Okay. Then in that case, that role would be interpreted as they're going to go, but once that's done, they're probably not going to stay there.
That's fine.
good.
Yeah, I don't want them to.
Yeah.
Demis and Lucen, they sort of give you that okay response that I think they're gonna do what I said, but I'm not sure.
Well, even if they don't, we're sending 20 paladins, and honestly, that's probably enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Kavin, you said go wherever you want, so I don't need to roll for him. Paulnus.
Not even attempt to tell him.
Oh, Paulnus. Paulnus
Never
says...
talked to this man in our life.
No. Paulnus says, okay, no problem, but there's an element in your gut that tells you that he's either gonna go there, and once he reaches there, he's gonna go somewhere else just to say that, I went there. Or he's simply just not. You're not sure.
I'll add five more paladins to that group that was fallen.
Okay.
Just to cover for the fact that he might leave.
Okay.
After seeing that response.
All right. So the only barrack, well, technically speaking, the only structure who no one is going to be sent to is the one where there are the initiates that have been initiated in. But if you want to be completely honest, they're probably going to be the bulk of the force attacking the paladins.
That was kind of the assumption. And also, I assume that the other groups can go and take the rest of that temple once they're done with their jobs.
All right.
Since most of their forces will be gone.
Okay.
Fighting the paladins anyway. The question is where is my rival going? Is she going with the main force of paladins, or does she want to go somewhere else?
Thinking she'd lead the main force of paladins.
Yeah, they're her paladins, so she's...
I assumed. Okay.
she's going to be the one doing the glorious battle against horde
Also,
of
there's a
enemies.
secret part of audience that he wants to come with our party, but he's not gonna. It makes sense that you want to be with her group.
I want
What
my
you don't want to come?
15,000 gold.
You don't want to come with me to watch me kill an avatar? But it would be so cool. Okay.
She looks at you for a brief moment and she says, audience, don't worry. I'll go kill it once you're dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, at least you have a backup plan. Something you don't usually have.
Plan B. My rival just comes in and cleans up whatever we leave behind.
All right. So, with a plan fully formed, it takes a little bit of time to put everything together, but everything seems to be good. Everything seems to be fine. You got a tour of the ship. It's a pretty large ship. Audience, you weren't there for the full description that Fisher got, but it's literally the size of a small city. A lot of people can be in there. They have an infirmary also, so any wounded they'll be able to take care of. Your first mate, Fisher, wants to know if you want aerial support as you're attacking, or you want this to be sort of a on-command thing. We need support, fire them, instead of just pepper the field with shots, and who knows, maybe we'll hit something. Anyways,
I
it's going
would
to
think
cause
focus on the main group with the paladins, right? Unless someone else calls for aerial support.
Yeah. Orton, what do we know of defenses like ballistas and stuff?
They do have defenses in the air, so there's going to be some resistance. They have a few ships of their own because they need to take people there. However, they're not. Most of their defense was assured by the pirates, so there is a certain vulnerability there. The fleet of Zal feels confident that they can at least breach and land without losing any ship. Getting out of there without losing any ship, if the ballistas of the island and the other ship aren't dealt with, is going to be a little bit more tricky.
I think the Siegebreaker should focus on taking out ballistas and the remaining enemy ships, so that we have
Also, so there no one could
dominant
escape.
Yeah, and so that we can, because like if that happens, then the rest of our ships can just kind of hang out.
I
and
agree.
Keep bombarding stuff if necessary.
All right, so the smaller ships. So what you're saying is that the smaller ships provide cover for the troops that they land, and the Siegebreaker concentrate on the aerial defense or anti-aerial defense of the island.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Everyone is being put into their place where they should be. The ship goes into a combat ready mode. A lot of people in there seems to know one another, so it kind of helps. But you sort of have the also impression that they're also all loyal to Zal above you.
Mm.
Oh, look. Someone wants to sell viewers again. Like, I always react really well to those. Alright. So, with all of this prepared, you have your main plan, you have your backup plan, and you have your support plan. You have never made so many plans. And not just, shovel it in plans, but actual plans. Alright. It takes a few hours to get there. But you get there nonetheless. The skies are very calm. You aren't greeted with anything. Zal had the good sense of starting the most of the voyage from above the cloud cover, so no one could see them. They just keep going, and once they move away from the shores of the Estran island, they go down and they start following the ocean toward their target. There is a little bit of anticipation, especially for those inside of the Siegebreaker. They sort of have the impression of going into battle with this giant, powerful thing. After the few hours of travel, you get there. The alarm is sounded. Everyone goes to their battle position. And slowly the ship arrives. It only takes a moment before the barrier around the ship starts to light up. Defenses have already started attacking the incoming ship. You did manage to get closer than you anticipated. How much closer? Decently closer. Apparently they did not anticipate a city-sized ship that was supposed to protect them attacking them. So you manage to start your attack when the ships are very close and already able to start attacking defensive position. I have another D20. Wouldn't it be nice if I could roll them? Here we go. Here it is. Alright, so how do the other ships fare? Oh. Alright, so. Well, the ship in which Temptress and Neisa are fare extremely well. So that's going to be interesting for them. From the Siegebreaker, you can see their ship easily land toward the barrackment where they are supposed to be, and they get out, followed by this contingent of paladins. It's sort of an interesting picture, quite honestly. Having those two women, one looks like an angel, one looks like a devil, followed by 20 paladins going into this structure. The ship lifts off just a little bit and starts patrolling the area, giving assistance. The ship going toward those who were just hunted. I believe that's Bertrand and Siaf that you sent to rescue those who are just being hunted.
No, that was
Demi and Lucy.
Demis and Lucen. All right. The ship managed to land without taking any exterior damage. But it suffered quite a severe attack as it was landing. But like I said, fortunately, nothing bad happened to the ship, and the ship lands. The two ships that were in front, that came in at the same time as the siege breaker, did not fare as well. Not to the point of crash landing, but they did take quite a severe beating. Their barrier went down, and they took some hull damage, but both ships managed to land nonetheless. However, for them, the defenses will need to be taken down before they can leave again. So they're kind of stranded there. Both of them, they rolled exactly the same thing. The siege breaker, whether it is because it is well piloted or powerful, fares pretty well. You hear the alarm inside of the ship, and you do hear and feel just a little bit of the attack. Those you hear people yelling left and right, and the paladins are getting ready to simply just airdrop onto the battlefield. Your nemesis leading them. She jumps first, even though it's not completely safe. She still jumps first. Interesting. The defenses are problematic. Her fate is uncertain. The group with which she jumped has suffered heavy losses as they were dropping into battle. However, the others, one suffered absolutely nothing. Natural 20, they just dropped down and they reached the ground, and they immediately started going into their formation. Another group suffered minor casualties as they were dropping, but okay. Third group also, same thing. Another one of the group also suffered a few casualties, but from your point of view, the only group for whom it's truly uncertain was the group on which your rival jumped. You will only know her fate at the end of the battle, should you survive. During all of this attack, you see a small ship the size of a single embarkation just suddenly detach from one of the ship protecting the landing troops, and that single ship just goes away, lands somewhere else, and you lose track of it. You sort of have a moment where...
Bye.
Yeah, that's probably Coven. And so the attack has started. Now here's the big question. How do you plan to make your drop? Do you teleport in? Do you jump off with the paratroopers? Or do you try and take a little barge? Do like Coven?
I don't think we teleport because we were bringing 25 paladins.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right. That would be
Yep.
too much.
So
I
either
think we
jump.
do a dope superhero landing.
I think we should jump. I think jumping's cool.
Yeah.
I think we should jump with 25 paladins.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to get the right music for this. Let me just get up.
I honestly would love to be able to play the musics from my library of Spiral Knight songs, but those aren't royalty free. But damn, they would work well for that. All right.
All right.
I'll need for you to make a dexterity saving throw as you all with the orb in hand. Well, technically, audience and Remy don't need the orb. They can just fly down.
Yeah. Anyway, my dexterity saving throw was 26 anyway, so I don't think...
It's like, I rolled anyway. It's like, unfortunately, I wasted a natural 20 on this.
Damn.
So it's not only good, it's graceful. And Fisher?
I got a 16.
Fisher is bringing the group down just a little bit, but...
Hey, 16 is good for me.
Do you want to know how close you came to be shot down as you were dropping down?
No, it's okay.
There were a few hairy moments, but because audience and Remy rolled high, it compensates for how Fisher just seems to be like a pigeon trying to get through a barrage of hunters trying to kill ducks. So you managed to steer him away. One of the groups of paladin gets shot out of the sky. The three others
I will
land
say,
gracefully.
if they're near audience, they would have also gotten +4 to their saves. I don't know if
No,
that
actually,
matters.
there were 5 groups. I didn't.
Oh, 5. Oh,
so
not
one-
the ones with us. Not the ones
No,
with
so-
us.
No, that's right. That's why I didn't roll for them, because they're part of your group. I didn't roll for them separately, I mean. So you said 25 paladins. I made 5 groups. So
Gotcha.
you grab a grouping of 5 who got shot down before they reached the ground. Everyone else managed to land alive. Some wounded, but alive. All right. So, audience responded.
There's-
Yeah.
Like, the 5 that died, like, just before their death. Like, God is great!
Well, all you got a chance to hear was them say was 4. Yeah, good God. So you're on the ground and you see. It's kind of weird being on the ground because you see the other side of this. There are shots being fired in the sky. You see the barrier around the your siege breaker lighting up in different areas, but it has so many barriers that it's not even in danger yet. It's in turn firing back. You hear this distant gong or something like that, a bell ringing, this dong, dong, dong. So you know people are moving, people are doing things. because you were shot down, someone saw you. Someone's gonna get there if you don't start moving. You're maybe, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 feet away from the where you intended of going.
Let's move.
All right. So your goal is to use the paladin to cover your movement.
Just to help us kind of break the initial line so we can get into the temple.
Okay, okay.
Like, not that it's super helpful for magical detection, like, but Raimi will still do a pass without trace to avoid the non-magical means.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Probably audience looks at you sort of, what are you doing, Remy? They're gonna be screaming their lungs out as they're running toward the temple. then you hear their scream getting muffled. So you're gonna, oh, okay, that's right. I don't think they agree, but all right, I understand. It goes from 4. You just don't want them to name their god.
Yeah.
So you start running toward the temple. As you get closer, you see groups emerging from the tree lines, and some of them are running in your direction. So you know that there are people behind you. As you keep going, trying to get to the temple as soon as possible, you see a group of you're not sure which they are. You know that they have acolytes, barbarian, and assassins. But they get out and they start taking formation. So, you said you wanted them to breach the area. Does that mean that you fall back just a little bit so that they're in front and they just charge in?
No. Audience does it. They're just here to help us get in, so we don't have to.
We don't have to throw everything at,
Yeah.
so we can save more.
So, what do you do for those who are waiting for you?
I think audience would actually fly out a little bit in front of everyone and lead off with a breath attack just to break their lines as right before the paladins crash in. Which I will DC 15 deck save for them. And that will be I'm still on lead. 70-10.
And you said the DC was
15 dex.
15. Okay. Let's go with 2 dice for them. That's a fail and that's a fail. Okay. Well, so you can actually see the battle line. I'm just gonna finish putting them there. Second battle line is this, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, come on. All right, so you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 20. So, here's the battle line as you're approaching. Where do you breathe?
Audience would just breathe straight down the middle. Because he's just trying to break the lines and kind of cause chaos, right? Kind of like when two armies hit, just to cause like a break in their defenses so they're not set when all the paladins crash into them.
Okay.
So 9 and 10.
9 and 10 it
those-
is. And how much damage?
He wasn't using Divine Smite. It's just 31.
Okay.
Turns out they were good aligned. It's like the biggest plot twist. This is actually a good god.
It used to be, or at least a neutral god.
Yeah, it used to be a neutral god. Alright, so how much damage you said?
31.
31. 31. Yeah, okay. So that's good. And their front line. Alright. Oh, that's slightly too bad. Alright. It does take out a few of the acolyte, but those in orange, it's sort of like the you're coming in, you're flying, you do this, your breath just hits the ground, and you see a lot of people just being thrown to the side, and unfortunately 2 of them get back up in really bad shape, bleeding all over, but still up. However, the second line, those who were blown to the ground, well, they don't get up.
That's okay. It was enough initial of just...
Okay.
So to help break the line right before the paladin.
Audience is flying. Remy is following them. Fisher is following them. I imagine you decided to summon Arunak only once you're in front? Or is he there right now?
No, we would summon Oranak.
Okay. Yeah, but I want to know, is he there right now, or are you waiting to be inside of the temple to summon him?
Oh no, I would have summoned him now.
Oh, okay.
Then I hope you're carrying him because he can't run fast.
He's got a speed of 25, so he's falling behind slowly.
That is okay. I don't want him to use his spell slot later fight. He can be here.
All right, so everyone moved. This is how it looks like after that turn. Are you using your breath again?
No, but what I realized, what I should use, I'm gonna look at Remy and go, I'll take the right, you take the left. And I'm gonna throw a fireball from my sun pendant.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
It's
Fireball,
like a
fireball.
double god fireball.
And just for good measure, I'll throw another fireball from my wand of fireballs.
Oh yeah.
I figured we would need assaulting a large force.
Anime pose.
All right, so left side failed. their save. Right side succeeded their save. Center failed their save. So, roll your damage.
Alright. The fireball is just the standard. I think
8d6.
for the- Yeah, standard.
Or I guess, yeah, is it
86.
casting?
I could upcast it, but I'm not going
Ugh.
to.
Bad roll.
23. It's okay. 34.
You did 11 more damage with the same dice.
It's 38.
Oh, best roll from Remy.
Damn.
Okay.
You know, it's a good
What
thing I have all these D6s.
What is the radius of a fireball? Because I think fishers might be double hitting some guys.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, so 40 feet diameter.
40-foot diameter. So for drawing this out, I can't.
Hold on. So that's 5 feet diameter, that's 10 feet diameter, that's 15 feet diameter, that's 20 feet diameter. It's diameter or radius?
20-foot radius.
Radius.
20-foot radius.
So I'm at half right now, which means that's 10. That's 15. That's 20. So that was what they hit, that was what they hit, and that was what they hit. So yeah. Okay. So basically, this means that even though audience, your side succeeded a little bit on their save, so they didn't get obliterated, Fisher's help actually covered for part of your misfortune. Meaning that this one is gone, 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 this one also, this one also, this one also. And that's the circle. Alright, after your first bombardment, this is what's left of the enemy line. And those who are left on audience's side are extremely wounded.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I think the paladins can clean that up.
Yeah, definitely. So, the initial entry, the paladin can easily, let's see how, okay. So, you've got several wounded, but no losses, as the paladin sweep the rest.
Well, luckily for wounded paladins, they can heal the the wounded pretty easily back to full with that much lay on hands.
All right. Yeah. So, the first encounter ends very abruptly. You've breached the initial line of the enemy. You keep moving toward. Here, I'm gonna force you just to give me an indication of. Like this. Alright. So, you move inside of the first perimeter. You find yourselves in a bit of a courtyard. Your advance suddenly finds itself stopped by several enemies gathering around, trying to respond a bit in disarray to the coming threat. Let's put that here so we can use the fireball again if we need, and I don't need to. We've got... It's always what's difficult, placing everyone. Alright, they are intercepting you. As you arrive, you find yourself... Remy and audience, you haven't told me different, so I assume you are still flying.
Yes.
An angel of light and an angel of darkness, following the enemies. Alright. This is what the courtyard looks like. And I just want to say that to the left, those who are in red are actually part of this battle. It's just because your formation is a bit too spread out. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna readjust it so that it's easier to see.
Is it just the 3 on the left, or some that are in the margin too?
Oh, the 5 on the margin, the red M's, are also part of this encounter. So, how do you react to those attacking?
Fireball.
Alright. Well, I guess, Fisher, you try the center.
Yeah.
Audience, to the right.
Like, I am slightly altering my strategy.
Okay.
I put on I activate my eye patch before I start doing fireballs, because then they get disadvantage on their rolls.
Okay.
It doesn't look as anime cool, but
Oh, I don't know. There's the moment of, hey. All right. So the group in front. Oh, that's a good success. To the left, that's a fail. To the right, that is a fail.
That is a much better blow. 32 damage.
32. But they succeeded their roll. So,
I thought they failed. I thought the right failed.
center succeeded, right and left failed.
Oh, right and left failed. Gotcha.
it's a 33.
33?
Yeah, 33 for me.
Aw, that's too bad. Couldn't roll 1 point higher? Okay. And audience?
Audience did not use fireball.
Oh, what did you use?
Audience is saving
Okay.
the charges for something else.
Okay.
Audience.
So how do you
audience is
react to
just-
those next to you?
Audience is assaulting them with
Interesting choice of word.
30 to hit on the first guy,
Oh, that's enough.
24 to hit,
That's enough.
plus a. All right, let me just give you the damage. Actually, all right, that's the first attack, just in case it kills him, because then I'll move on to the next one. plus a d8 plus another 2d10. I'm not using ice. That's right. 14 plus 19 is 29. 33 on the first attack on the guy.
You nearly take him down. His knees buckle. He's on the ground and he's looking at you pleadingly. But he's
Okay.
not dead.
Second one already hit, then I'm not going to roll it. It's been damaged.
No, because he
Take
only
that.
had 1 hit point left.
Mid damage would remove him.
That's why I said, why didn't you roll 1 point higher, Remy? Because the 3 who survives only all have 1 point left.
then
You
I'll
know what?
take
Next time I'll grab my loaded dice.
And then I'll try and take these 3 or 4 paladins with me to assault this group.
Okay.
Behind.
You just signaled them. You with me. In that case, this one goes because the attack is good. The attack is not good. The attack is good. They're good paladins, so they get to attack again. The attack is good. The attack is not good, but let's consider it injured. The others arrive and try to attack. He is severely injured, but does not die. Audience, they didn't roll natural 20s, so you are not hit. Palin next to you took a hit though, and he actually took a natural 20. And the last one did not get hit. Alright, the group in front charges into the paladins. Fortunately, they have formation, so that's how you're supposed to handle enemy that charges at you.
Also, they're probably all very hurt because they still took half.
Oh yeah. No. They are hurt. They are hurt. So we have 1 death, 2 death, 3 death. So this one dies. This one dies, and this one dies. Oh, you got your first paladin death.
Let's not forget about the 5 that died on their way down. Rest in peace.
Okay. Remy, you're flying, which means you don't get attacked by those left. They attack the paladins.
Well, plus again, since my eye patch was on, I'm also just invisible.
Oh yeah.
They might not even know I'm there.
Who threw the fireball? Probably him. He sent 2. Let's go kill him. And that's a death. That's a death, and that's a foul. After this first round of engagement, this is what the battlefield looks like. Second round of engagement. What do you want to do? Fisher, if you say fireball again, I will both like and hate you.
Yeah, no, I think we got some friendlies here now, so it's not. I think I'm just gonna run up to the guy at L3 and
Go ahead, roll for damage.
What kind of armor are these guys wearing?
He is bleeding from every orifice on him. He
Okay.
was nearly
Okay.
killed by Remy's fireball.
26 to hit.
It is enough.
I'll chop him in half.
Yep, we probably... well, if you can roll 35 damage, I can even say that you beheaded him.
I don't think that's quite possible.
Oh, too bad. You mean you're not going to use your battle resources, valuable ones, so that you can do the very cool thing of beheading someone?
No.
Ah, I'm disappointed in you. Remy, what do you want to do?
I mean, what is disappointment really?
It's an emotion.
Not inaccurate. I have to double check here.
While Remy's thinking, audience, think about what you're going to do.
Audience already, I have what I'm
No, I originally had an idea, but
Okay.
are there any of the ones that I bombed left? Because they're kind of mixed in with each other now.
Oh. No.
L3, right?
No, Fisher was attacking it. I forgot to remove it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But those in front, even though they succeeded, they all took a fireball as well.
Oh no, I was just making sure. I basically was just looking to pick people off, but yeah, I guess maybe deal with the front since I'm assuming we're still moving forward. Actually, even is my token? Sorry, where's my token right now?
Over on the left,
R,
H2.
sorry. Well, yeah, sorry. R, that's your token. H2.
Oh, okay, there I am. All right. In which case, I'm just going to stab the one nearest. So that's gonna be G6.
All right, you swoop down as he's busy trying to kill a paladin.
25.
Oh, you hit. If you can do more than 17 damage, you kill him.
Well, it's not an automatic kill. My stats aren't that high. I'm not gonna bother counting the dice. That's more than 17.
All right. You fall from above and head and knife in the head. Let's go. Audience.
Literally didn't see it coming.
Literally.
Audience is gonna swing at the one in front of him first with his Holy Avenger, dealing 35 damage. And then he's gonna fly over to the one on the orange K20 and hit him for 36 damage.
Jeez. 2 kills.
And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to go stand in front of the one next to the end of his movement at F19 to try to take one of the hits from one of those guys.
Okay. Audience. He successfully completely misses you with a natural 1. And oh, good lord. We've got injured paladins. And in return, they kill 1. Damn, that's bad. That's a bad round for them. He goes front, he goes front, he goes here. They don't let themselves just be killed, so... Damn, that's a bad one. That's a good one. Yeah. That's done. That's done. And that's done. Oops, didn't forget to do those. Oh, cool. That's the end of this battle round. Only a handful of your enemies are left. What do you do? Well, it's mostly you, Fisher, that want to know what you do, because audience, I'm pretty sure what he does.
Yeah,
I've already rolled.
I'm just gonna firebolt one of the guys up. The guy at G12.
Okay. Roll. Tell me if you roll really low.
Nope.
Then you kill them. Well,
That's
you
actually-
know, maybe not. Roll the
24.
damage, just in case.
24.
24? That's enough to kill. So, this one is dead. Alvanap whips one of the enemy to death. Which leaves audience and Remy. I'm pretty sure I know what you're doing. You're hitting the guy in front of you.
Audience hits the guy in front of him and then hits the other guy in the middle for 36 and 37 damage.
And they're both dead. Remy, audience told your guy. You were just about to enter, and you see audience arriving. And he goes away.
You know what? He saw something cool, so it's like all of this is to continue to gather footage of audience's exploits for the movie, the moving pictures that will be uploaded to DomeTube.
The best of the attack. You only see audience.
Oh no! There was that 2-second clip of Fisher.
2 seconds.
What do you mean it's on
In the
the
background.
audience?
Actually, weirdly, there were 4 seconds of Terry.
Oh, that's a good question. Fisher, do you take Terry out?
Not yet.
Not yet. Alright. You keep moving forward as you arrive in the center of all those buildings. There are... Well... You finally arrive at a point where the building starts to make it more difficult to move inside. You're reaching the entrance to this, who knows how to call it, arrangement of buildings that might actually be a temple. You find yourself at the entrance, and of course, it is guarded. But you find them looking in the wrong direction. For some reason, their attention is not on you arriving.
Good.
This is how the field looks when you arrive.
Ooh. That is a very juicy double fireball. Oh no, Fisher's charge is left.
Well, he has a wand of fireballs.
Yeah.
He could do that 7 times.
Yeah. So that will be the fireball.
So is it a double or a triple fireball?
We probably only need a double, to be honest.
Alright, so Fisher's the first one, and let's see. Okay, you can hit 98% of the troops with just one fireball. And who's the second fireball?
How many charges do you have left for me?
I've used 10, so 5 left.
If you actually do the second fireball, I could hold... Because I have 10 charges left, I could cast one of the bigger spells potentially later. Off the Sun Pendant.
Okie dokie.
I'm thinking specifically Hollow.
Doesn't Hollow take like an hour?
I assume not off the Sun Pendant. But,
Items generally don't change the casting time.
yeah, that is true, actually. That
Well,
is
you
true.
know,
It
you
might
can
not
always take a long break right before attacking.
work. No, you're right. I don't think we...
Casting time,
I mean, there might
24
still be
hours.
uses for.
Yeah,
24
no, I
hours,
won't.
yeah.
Yeah, I won't be able to. Alright.
I mean, there might still be uses for some of the higher level ones. Like, for example, if there's suddenly like, for example, a big surge of enemies from behind us, you know, like we could always throw up a wall of fire.
Yeah. I was thinking about Wall of Fire too, because I was also thinking last time we fought Salvatore he teleported around. And I was thinking if we literally just make the arena smaller by enclosing ourselves in a Wall of Fire, could also be decent, but yeah.
So, Remy fires the second fireball?
Yeah, Rainy will do the second.
Alright.
So again, mine's at disadvantage.
Okay. So... Well, you know, they succeeded one and they failed the other, so it's a good thing that the two of you did this. Please roll damage. I'm pretty sure it's enough to kill everyone. Except 2.
Mine was 25.
25 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Remy?
That guy. I actually rolled pretty high for this one, a 40.
Because of course.
How? Jesus.
Look, I never get to see any fireball above 40, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's very
that's-
high.
That's a really good roll. I don't think I've ever seen a fireball for 40 either.
Like,
Yeah,
actually,
that's like
I lied.
almost max.
I've seen exactly one fireball that high, and it was a 46. It was almost a perfect fireball.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I've seen an upcasted fireball do more than that, do 60, but...
obviously.
And after those two
And again, I've also
fireball,
seen like a level 5 fireball do like 20 something. So you know.
Yeah.
after two fireball, that's what the battlefield looks like.
Oh, I guess since audience wasn't fireballing, I might as well hit those guys. Give me a second. Oh, maybe that'll... No, that's a 22. I assume a 22 still doesn't miss.
No, it doesn't miss. They're not high-level elite soldiers. They're
First guy is gonna take 18 plus 18 plus 23. So I'm pretty sure he's dead. That's 38, 40, 41 damage or something off of that. And the second guy is gonna take...
You said 38?
38 or 41. Somewhere. Second
Well, I
guy
can
is going-
confidently say that at 38 you decapitated the first one.
Yeah. 18 plus 19, so 28, 37.
Aw.
37 on the second one.
37 on the second one. Well, you didn't decapitate him. You know, there's just this little bit of flesh left here holding the head there, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's like
He
a
can
Harry
still
Potter.
swing a sword.
It's nearly headless. Nearly headless.
Damn. We just one rounded that small army.
Yeah.
Our bad guy.
That's why I don't do full rounds for those. You're at a point
Yeah.
where you can just vaporize them. All right.
Well, we keep going. I guess we get to see what they were all looking at after we murdered all of them.
So, you move inside of this place. You get a bit of the feeling of what they were looking at. You're following a body trail. Not
No,
a
dude.
lot.
Did the dwarf get here before us?
Come on, copy, paste. Alright. Well, as you're moving, you hear people coming from the sides. And more imposing number of people coming from the sides. So you're moving through this long corridor and you keep seeing those bodies. One body, two bodies there, one body. So they were following someone, or they just suffered an attack from someone else who didn't plan on staying. But apparently, whomever came first did not bother being... I think I said butter? Did not...
It did not butter.
Not time to butter the corpses.
It's, they found
Real
jam,
zombie
but
word.
no butter. There's no butter way to die.
Did not worry too much about not being seen, so you get the impression that reinforcements are going to be coming in from every side. And just as you arrive here, you feel the ground starting to shake. There's a feel of power in the air.
That's not good.
I mean, they could have just turned the generator on.
I'll say, let's pick up the pace.
You move through the hallways to the small streets of this little complex. You hear the enemies starting to arrive from every position. They're getting to where you're supposed you were a few moments ago, so you have confirmation that you're being followed, and probably a good number. While for you, if you stayed, you could probably simply destroy them all, but there's something that feels a little bit more urgent as you keep moving forward and forward. You feel the air slowly filling itself with energy. It's sort of electric, just how much it keeps concentrating and concentrating and concentrating. Then as you turn one corner and you can see a small temple in front of you, there is a burst of light. It feels like an explosion initially, but then it reverses and it goes. You can't even hear anything at that very moment when it all seems to just collapse. And once again it bursts out. Part of the outside of the temple just shakes and explodes. You can't see inside, but the outer wall just cracks. Bits and pieces fall down. You can't see exactly what's happening on the other side, but you see a hooded figure, come out, stumbling, and just falling to the side of the temple. It looks like someone who's wounded.
I think audience at this point would leave the paladins to fly forward at a faster rate.
Alright.
I think now is gonna be a good time for me to take my potion of heroism.
Okay.
Lasts for an hour, so it should be good.
Yeah. Audience will also pop his potion of necrotic resistance.
Okay. Remy, you grab Owenak to make sure he can run with all of you.
Like, that is what Raimi will spend his time doing. Because it's important.
Yeah. Alright. With your contingent of paladin nearly intact, falling behind, you hear a lot of troop arriving from where you were. The paladins see you all flying above them, and you hear one saying, "Give them hell! We'll make sure they can't get you from behind."
I'm also going to actually do this. I don't know if you have this, Fisher, but I'm also going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
I do. See, the thing is, I have lots and lots concentration spells.
Yeah, all the best ones are concentration.
Yeah.
I mean, foresight's not concentration.
Yeah, you see, those 5 levels of wizard I splashed unfortunately don't get me 9th level spells.
Well, whose fault is that?
Merle's or Crawford? I will also cast protection on you for myself. Even if it just ends up lasting a round or two.
Alright, so you cast your protection and you move forward toward the temple. As you arrive, you start recognizing the person who's in front. The person in front, just you. The person in front is Paulness.
Paulness, what happened?
I got the first one. I got the first strike, but I couldn't finish it. At least he's stuck in there for a while. But he's there, and he's complete. I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
Good. Fall back to the paladins. They'll heal you. They'll heal you up. You might still have a fight on your hands to get out of here, but we'll go deal with this awoken avatar.
Alright. Thanks. And make sure he pays. He turns toward you, Remy, and says, Remy, this is more your style. And he hands you a dagger. Make sure the bastards die feeling this. For the people of my village. It's a rondel dagger. Good size. It looks old, chipped. Bits of rusts that have started to gather.
And this thing sucks.
He watches. He
Well,
looks
actually, the rust deals several d6s of necrotic damage and disease.
He really looks deep in your eyes and says, promise me this is going to be the last thing he feels.
It's Raimi crosses his heart.
And he gives you the dagger.
So, audience, what I need you to do is not completely obliterate.
I don't think I will.
Like, the body has to survive long enough.
Alright, you enter the temple. Audience, Remy, Fisher. Oh, I'm gonna have to push everyone up just once so that Arunak can be there. Now the big question, do you take Terry out?
I do take Terry out and I put him in his mech suit.
Alright, Terry is out. In the temple, when you enter, you go, and his stat sheet is at the bottom. You enter the temple and you find yourself in front of this.
Terry drink a potion?
Terry can technically drink a potion, yeah.
The first things we ever fed him were drinks.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like he could fit in the bottle.
I'm now getting this image of putting Terry in a bottle and then somebody drinking from that bottle. And it's just like, oh, swallowed the worm.
That's okay. That's what you're supposed to do with some alcohol.
The old guy drinks the fish. I will give him the potion of I'll give him the potion of invulnerability.
Okay. Alright. You enter this room. You see... Oh, he's very grateful. He thinks it tastes weird, though. It's not a lot like the beverage he likes the most. He'd like it very much if you could make one that tasted like that.
Yeah, sorry.
He feels that it's weird. They take so much time to make potions that people are gonna drink. Why can't they make them taste good as well? I feel like it's not difficult of a spell to add, you know?
It's a psychological thing. People will think they don't work. If,
It tastes
You make it
awful when
taste
it
good.
works. If it tastes
Yeah.
good, it's not gonna work.
yeah. If it tastes good, they think it's like juice or something.
Alright. You enter into this room, and you see at the center of it this huge wolf figure. The shadows on him look like he's burning, but it's just the shadows of the burn. His body itself is pitch black. And you hear him mumble in Celestial when you enter. You do not recognize it, but you do not understand it, but audience, you start to annoyingly recognize it.
Yep, audience still as a paladin does not know Celestial.
Then the wolf sees all of you entering the room, and immediately his stare goes down on you. Ah, I remember you. We have unfinished business. And he looks at you, audience. They promised us a lot for you. I guess you can't be folded into the group. Your hide will have to suffice. And don't worry, I'll make sure my followers kill everyone who's ever been in your cult. Everyone.
You and your hunters end today. They will fall with you, and I will leave nothing but the taste of a memory upon this world of you ever having existed.
Bold word. Prove it. And his form explode into shadows, and the battlefield suddenly becomes that. Little change.
It's crazy. I feel like you're not gonna let me cast daylight and dispel all of them.
Well, this is the thing that's odd. When it explodes and the shadow just goes to every corner of the room, and then you realize that, oh shit, we're boxed in. Somehow the door just closed behind you.
Yep.
The feel of this black fog is different. It feels like you're trying to move your limbs through fur. This is when you realize, fuck, he is the shadow.
Here's the shadow.
You don't see him anywhere.
He is the shadow of the true self.
Everywhere.
And it kind of makes a bit of sense now. The essence from the shadow of a god.
Anyway, that's a 16 on initiative.
Audience 16. We can roll initiative. I don't think we should start the fight today.
No, I don't
Oh
think
God, no.
No.
No. I was just rolling my
Ooh.
initiative.
Yeah,
We'll take that. That's a 23.
nice. Ready?
What about for Terry? Or are you not bringing him out?
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
out. He's
Okay.
no. That's a nat one for Terry.
Ooh.
He was so impressed
Terry
by
is-
Dad's initiative.
Yeah, Terry is out. He's still getting the hang of the
The controls.
controls. Yeah, Terry's in his little mech suit,
Oh, gotcha.
if you guys remember.
For a
That
second, I
I
thought
have
maybe you were
made
making like
out
a
of-
video game joke, like little brother mode.
Yeah, exactly. That I had made out of the golem we brought back from the Mage Tower.
Arunak has an 8. Remy has a what?
The 19.
19. And the enemy has...
$35.
No, I rolled low on the dice.
You're joking, but like one of the big changes like they made for like major stat blocks in the game is that like monsters, in spite of their dexterity, have like stupidly high initiatives, like plus 15s and plus 17s,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
which makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's just funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, but it makes sense for a boss, but not for small monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, Fisher and the enemy goes simultaneously.
Which probably means the enemy still goes first because of dex modifiers would be my guess.
Probably, but he only goes a fraction of a second first. In a situation like this, if the two of them were fighting and it was down to the last hit, I would allow both to try and hit one another and say that the result of this initiative point happens simultaneously. So technically, it is possible in this fight to get a double kill if Fisher is the last one to hit the monster. Alright, well, we have our initiative for the next time. The monster is somewhere in there. And, you know, just so that you can actually see what's happening, I'm gonna give you the unshadowed version of it. So, if you want to position yourself and have a little map of this, you'll have one. It's the map is exactly the same one. It's just that I added black fog in the in Dungeon Alchemist, so it's exactly the same thing. You know, for ambiance. All right. Campfire sound, because we're ending the stream, and here we are. So, well, another episode, another major fight. It's gonna be jam-packed all the way to the end, because we gotta finish this in 11 episodes, I think.
Less now. This
9 or
was-
10.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
Did you say last episode you had 12?
No.
Okay.
You keep...
Okay. All right. So, next episode, the fight against an avatar of a god. Alright, so hope you will be there. Hope we can count on you to be spectator for this fight. If you stopped by today, I hope you found whatever it was you were looking for. And hope you had a pleasant, whatever part of the day it is, wherever you are in the world. If you want to support us, well, you'll see on the screen we got many possibilities. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, a link below for donation. Only donate if you can afford it. And you can always simply spread the word of the channel. It also helps. Anything else we can say? The rebroadcast, 7:30 Eastern Coast Time. And if you want to talk with me, tomorrow, map making time. We're almost done with the map that we're making. I think we only have names of places and towns, villages and cities to make. So, almost done. And that's 9:30 Eastern Coast Time, because that's where I live. And that is everything I can say for tonight. So, thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you again next week. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.
Good night.